Alrighty, hey guys, just want to make another video, and with today's video I just want to respond to a subscriber's comment on our channel, right? And because I can tell, and he's like many of you, he's really keen on buying the Max Pro, but of course he's seen all the different issues that can go wrong with this, right? You guys have seen me take this apart, put it back together again, and because of all these issues a lot of people are hesitant to buy it. Now, I want to say this, look, let me put it this way. If I knew what I know now, okay, would I buy the Max Pro again? The short answer is yes. And you might go, why on earth would you do that? Because we've seen all the issues that you've gone through. The thing is that I've become a Max Pro master mechanic, literally. What I mean is you can give me the most shittiest Max Pro, right, there is, and I can guarantee you I can fix it within 5 minutes, and it'll be either super smooth or it'll be as smooth as possible. Now, how did I get to that level of expertise where you can give me a Max Pro that has hundreds of different issues and I can fix it just like this? I got through that because I've spent hours and hours and hours in my free time, I will be honest with you, of learning how to take this apart, put it back together again, learn how to fix it, etc. Now, a lot of people, I'm gonna put this down. Okay. Actually, let me shift it to my left hand, a bit lighter. Look, a lot of people don't want to, I don't know, put my right hand, sorry guys. Right, a lot of people want to build muscle, right? And they want a full gym on the go. And unfortunately, as it stands, this is like the best thing there is on the market, because any other full gym requires you to hook it up to electricity, kind of like a toner gym, right? And there's a new one on Kickstarter, it's known as the Arena, and it uses something very similar. It uses a rechargeable battery, and it's very heavy to carry. I don't want to go too far into it, but what I'm trying to say to you guys is that the Max Pro is the only thing that I know of that doesn't require electricity in order for it to function. Now, the thing is that I didn't have a choice, okay? I didn't have a choice to learn how to fix this thing. I had to fix it and I had to make it work. And to be honest with you guys, I had every right to chuck this in the bin, and I came very close on 2 occasions doing that, right? And I know that the average person certainly isn't gonna put up with even 1 or 2 or even 3 of these issues without chucking this in the bin. And that's a damn shame, because it doesn't take you hours to fix it. It only takes you less than 5 minutes, but you gotta know what you're doing. But how do you get to that level? You only get to that level by spending hours and hours of practice, right? Of learning how to take this apart and put it back together again. So the truth is that if you buy this, you're gonna have no choice but to become a Max Pro master mechanic. And I know a lot of people wanna build muscle on the go, right? But they don't wanna be a mechanic at the same time. And I understand that. I'll put this down. But the reality is that there is nothing else on the market that is as portable as the Max Pro as it stands, right? Now, in terms of the price, do I think it's worth it? I'm very lucky because the Max Pro that I just shown you there, that's the non-Bluetooth one. And it cost me $649. And I think that's an okay price. Do I think it's worth the $849 for the Bluetooth one? Fuck no. Okay, I tell people not to buy that one, because I don't like any electricity whatsoever, okay? But the sad truth is unfortunately, this non-Bluetooth model that I'm very lucky to have is no longer in production, okay? This has been discontinued. But the cool thing is that all I have to do is change the cables now, and everything else will remain the same. The other thing too I want to mention is that the biggest complaint that you'll hear from everybody with the Max Pro is usually a jerky cable or a bumpy cable. I know how to solve those, or at least 95% I can solve them, okay? If you have a jerky cable, it's because you have your 2 power clutches have massive uneven resistance, right? I did a video showing you how to reset your power clutch to make sure you have perfect resistance. That's why you get the massive jerky action, okay? If you have a bumpy cable, right, you feel these bumps on the way up, right? It's not jerky, it's just bumpy on the way up. It's because your cable has bumps in the spool. And the thing is that if you have both at the same time, massive uneven resistance, and you have a bumpy cable, you're gonna have a massive jerky cable as a result, okay? But the thing is, with a bumpy cable, you can't really stop that from happening, okay? Because when you get these spools, you're gonna notice they're machine wrapped by machine, then they're perfect, right? But of course, after 2 to 3 workouts, you're gonna start to notice those bumps. And there is nothing you can do to get around those, guys. So, I mean, I'm trying to put it another way, like, it doesn't matter now, does that make sense? Like, you can give me any Max Pro and I can fix it just like this. But the difference is I didn't have a choice. You do, okay? You know that if you buy the Max Pro, right, you're most likely going to have to tinker with it. Now, it is true that when they issue out these now, they're pretty damn good, right? There's hardly any issues with them. But at some point, I guarantee it, you're gonna run into at least one of the issues that I've mentioned on my channel. But the difference is that you have YouTube now to help you with that. You're not on your own, and no one there is to show you how to use it and how to fix it. And but yeah, that's all I want to say is that the reality is that if you're gonna buy a Max Pro, you don't have a choice. You're going to have to become a Max Pro master mechanic. And it's simple as that. It's like the other thing too. Like the turbine. I want to let you know, because you've seen the other video, right? The turbine is known as the clutch driver, all right? And it rotates the 5 clutch plates. The thing I've learned about it is that it needs oil on it. You know, like a car needs oil, right? Like 10W, was it 40 or something like that? Oil. So, because if there's not enough oil on the clutch driver, it can't rotate as fast. So it can't keep spinning around the plates. But yeah, the thing is that Neza, he worked in the automobile industry for 40 years. So to him, he may think this is very easy to use and very easy to fix, but he has to keep in mind the average person isn't a mechanic, okay? And I had to learn this the hard way, and that's the thing I hated about it, because there was no one there to help me, and I wanted to make it work, and so naturally as a result, I became a Max Pro master mechanic. And I'm telling you guys the truth, man. If you want to keep the Max Pro long term and you want a full gym on the go, you have no choice, my friend. You're going to have to learn how to take it apart, put it back together again. You're going to have to become a Max Pro master mechanic. But at least you have my videos there to help you. So anyway, have a good one. Bye.